Really good.
This is your big night. This is an exciting night. After all the work, you show it to people.
I agree. I mean, one of the, it's actually even kind of cool coming on the show with a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to a premiere. It reminds me of, like, you know, watching, like, the Joey Bishop show when I was a kid. And, like, you know, Ernest Borgnine would be on in tuxedo. Oh, I'm going to the Towering Inferno premiere in about 2 hours. Okay, great. Okay, hey, Ernie. I remember watching that, like, I want to go to the Towering Inferno in premiere.
Well, now you get to go. Now you get to go. And well, you were kind enough to give us, our staff, me, etc., a sneak preview of the movie on Friday night.
Yeah.
And you are a nut. And I'm going to tell you why you're a nut. Because
I'm curious to hear this.
about half an hour into the movie,
Yeah.
I turn around, and there you are sitting behind me.
I did not realize that. Actually, I found that out today. I did not know you were in front of me.
Oh, you didn't?
I had no idea.
Oh, because I don't know if you remember, but when Kill Bill was out...
Yeah.
When
Of course I remember that when we walked with the whole audience, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also you waited in the lobby to make sure I didn't... You wanted to catch me if I snuck out of the movie.
Right.
And then I was like, I see you behind me. I'm like, oh, God, I can't go to the bathroom now?
Yeah, right, exactly. Jimmy, you're going to the bathroom now? It's the most important scene. You won't understand anything.
Everyone was nervous. No one wanted to turn around to see if you were still there. But, like, people stopped eating popcorn because they were worried you might get offended that they were eating during the movie. As if that makes any sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense. But by the way, the thing that's actually kind of funny about that is you probably heard me laughing the loudest at the most inappropriate moments.
Well, despite your attempts to distract us and ruin the film for us, we all love the movie. It's really great.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. I appreciate it.
And I think people will agree with that when they see it. You closed on Hollywood Boulevard. This is our neighborhood. For how many nights in a row did you do that?
Gosh, you know, I think we did it. It was actually a situation. I think we had it for 2 nights going one way, and then about 3 months later, 2 nights going the other way.
And how does that make you feel when this is one of the most famous streets in the world?
Yeah.
You're able to shut it down for your own movie.
Oh, God, no, that was kind of amazing, frankly, to not only, well, one, shutting it down, you know, that's its own thing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But to shut it down and turn it back into the
1969.
Hollywood Boulevard of my, literally of my 6-year-old childhood, what I barely remember, but I remember it nevertheless, and to create all that, and like literally just have it like, you know, the theaters were all apparently opened and blazing, and it was kind of amazing. And then just there was one moment that was kind of crazy. We were shooting Brad driving down Hollywood Boulevard, and you start, you know, gathering, and it happens all night long. Bystanders who are just watching, so they're just behind the barricades and they're watching the whole thing. And it's like totally great. Well, one of the bystanders was the Aquaman, who stands in front of the Chinese theater.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you know, not the Aquaman from what I remember, but you know, the Jason Momoa Aquaman.
Yeah, Momoa Aquaman.
Yeah. So he's got the whole hair going on, and all the tattoos, and he's standing there with a Triton, and he's just standing there. All right, boom, like he's Aquaman. All right, and we kept like, oh my God, Aquaman's watching us. All right, and, you know, and I was like trying not to look at him, but you cannot not look at him. So I kept sneaking looks to Aquaman as I'm directing.
It would have probably been weird if
he was older.
If Aquaman showed up in the thing. I also love that, and I don't want to give anything away, so I'm nervous about even saying anything, but you would just have your own version of history. Like, you know, like, well, like, in your version of history, Hitler got...
whacked out in a movie theater.
Yes, in a movie theater. Hitler was burned in a movie theater. And you...
And people are like, can you do that? I go, I guess I can.
Yeah.
I just did it.
I don't think anybody else, though, would ever even think to change history. And in this movie, that's something that happens.
Well, you know, the way to kind of deal with that in an interesting kind of way is the fact that when it came to Inglourious Basterds, and I'm writing the sequence, and now everything's going right. The Bastards have taken over the theater, and it seems like it's going to go good. Now I got to figure out, what am I going to do about Hitler? Because I hadn't figured that out yet. All right?
Who among us hasn't had that thought?
What are we going to do about Hitler?
This guy's a problem.
Yeah. So, it's a Bye Bye Birdie song. Right. So the thing is, though, I was like, well, I don't want it to be like a double. I mean, that's always a bummer whenever that happens in a movie. I've seen that before. And I don't want it to, they sneak him out of the back and stuff. So I go, well, what am I going to do? And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm writing by myself. And then I finally decide, just kill him. All right? And so I took a piece of paper, and I just wrote on it, just effing kill him, all right? And I put it by my bedside table, and I went to bed. And then when I woke up the next morning, I figured I would look at the piece of paper and realize, was it a good idea or a bad idea? After I had a night's sleep, and I read it, I go, it's a great idea.
And it was. And this movie is, what I think we can say is that Leo plays a star.
Yeah, he's a star like during the time of the late 50s, early 60s, who had a TV show called Bounty Law, and it was like he's a bounty hunter in it, and it was a very popular TV show at the time, and it was popular enough that when the show went off the air, he could like do movies and go on. But he did okay, but the whole movie star transition from TV to movies didn't quite work for him. And so now it's 1969, and the whole culture has changed. The entire zeitgeist has changed. I mean, his entire career has been running pocket combs through his pompadours, and now it's all long-haired, androgynous hippie types. And so, and now he's playing bad guys on other people's TV shows. So that's his situation. So his stock is going down. Nevertheless, he lives next door to Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski, whose stock is going straight up, and they almost represent this new hippie era of Hollywood. And he's kind of tracked on the outside, and it's sort of following their characters.
And we all know what happened to Sharon Tate, very sadly.
And that's a big part of it, yeah.
This, I have to say, I think for guys our age, this is about as good as it gets. This is a Mad magazine parodying the show that didn't actually exist, but does exist in your film. And this is, there's actually a framed Mad in the photo.
Yeah, well, I got the idea that Bounty Law would have been, they would have done a parody of it back in the day, like in '62 or something.
Sure, they would have.
Yeah, and so I thought, well, let's do a cover, let's do an issue, and then like that'll just be on Rick's wall. So then, all of a sudden, we got in touch with the Mad people. They liked the idea, and so we said, well, would you do a parody of Bounty Law for your magazine? And they said yes. They loved the artwork and everything. Now, they did the parody. We showed them all the footage we had from Bounty Law. I explained it to them. They did the parody, but I have to say, and like you said, as a person who comes up, as a person who grew up with Mad, as a person who grew up with Mad, I came up with a title.
Oh, yes. I was going to say, it's perfect. All you need is a black in there.
Actually be the architect of what eventually became the cover, but to actually name my own Mad parody
is this the last Mad
Forget the Oscar. That is the this is your Oscar, this is my Oscar. This is my Irving Thalberg.
Quentin Tarantino is here. His movie's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We'll be right back.
This ain't a Andy McLaughlin picture, And I can't afford to hire a bunch of guys that smoke cigarettes and sit around talking to each other all day on the chance that I might use them. I got a four-man team here, Rick. If I need more than that, I got to get it approved. And I got to look after my dudes.
Hey, and if your dudes were a better match for me, I'd say, oh, okay, you got me. But that's not the case, and you know it. He's a great match for me.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you could do anything you want to him. Throw him off a building, right? Light him on fire. Hit him with a Lincoln, right? Get creative. Do whatever you want. He's just happy for the opportunity.
That is Kurt Russell and Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It opens on Friday. Boy, is there any... You got so many great stars. I mean, I mentioned the folks that were here earlier. Al Pacino is in the movie. Luke Perry is in the movie, and he was terrific in the movie.
He's fantastic in the film. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant, Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham had a great part in the movie, yeah. And is there anyone that says, like, no when you ask them? Has it ever happened to you?
It has happened. It has happened before. It all depends on, like, their schedule. Are they available? I can honestly say I haven't had too many people say, no, I don't like the script. No, I don't think the part is right for me. I haven't had that happen in a little bit.
That's nice. That's
a nice thing.
Lovely luxury to have, isn't it? Do you still?
Well, I only ask people I think are going to say yes. Though,
with this movie. Well, yeah, why not? With this movie, did you show the actors? I know sometimes you like to sit an actor down and say, I want you to watch this movie, or let's watch these movies together. It's almost like a film school kind of situation.
Oh, yeah,
Did you do that with this one?
No, we definitely, especially when it came to, like, the era 1969. So, like, I showed him, I would show the crew movies like Model Shop or Bob and Carol, Ted and Alice, and those kind of, it was really cool, Easy Rider. But one of the things that was really fun that ended up being a crazy coincidence was, Brad had already read the script a couple of times, and he was coming over to my house just for us to just kind of spend the night together and kind of talk about the character. And So he shows up, and I'm thinking that I think I know something I want to show him that would be an interesting avenue of discussion. So I have a film print ready to go to show him when he gets here, when we get around to that. So he shows up, and he's got a DVD that he wants to watch. And so he brings out a DVD of the movie Billy Jack.
Yes.
And he was like thinking, you know, I think there's something in Tom Laughlin's performance in here that would be really good for Cliff. I think that could be an interesting jumping off point, just an aspect. I thought maybe we could watch it together. And he's got this DVD of Billy Jack and go, Brad, I have a 35mm print of Billy Jack queued up on my projector to show you tonight.
Well, you're on the same page, I guess.
Absolutely on the same page. And it wasn't that the character was like Billy Jack. It was like you could imagine Tom Laughlin playing this character. So he wanted to look at it from that perspective.
Is this really going to be your second to last? You're really going to do one more and that's it?
That's the idea. I mean,
whose idea?
My idea.
What? This is a bad idea.
No, well, I'm not saying I'll just disappear like J.D. Salinger. I'll be a writer.
What, are you going to play golf? What
no,
are you
I
gonna
might.
do?
Well, I haven't been married. I haven't had kids. I just got married. I want to have kids.
Okay.
You know.
I see.
And so, like, writing or doing a TV thing could be really kind of cool. But I kind of like the idea of making 10 motion pictures and then, boom. That's it, that's done. The filmography is locked, and there you go.
Yeah, 12 would be good too, or 13, or even 15 is a nice number.
Well, you're kind of talking me into it.
Is Star Trek a movie that you're still thinking about making next time?
Excuse me, 1 second.
Are you cutting through again? What's going on?
No, actually, I just wanted to invite the whole audience to come see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I will say that's very sweet, but Leo already invited them to see it early.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, when he was cutting
Oh,
through.
he did?
So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we would love to come, by the way. We all have decided we want to come.
Sorry, it's just, we just have room for the audience. We're really like, we're so tired of tickets. Like, tickets are really like.
I'm only one person.
Yeah, but you get it. You understand.
Yeah, I guess.
Guillermo, hey, do you want to come to the movie?
I would love to come. Yes.
I thought you said you have no room for anybody but the audience.
Yeah, but we can definitely make space for Guillermo, right?
Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. Well, you guys all have fun. Are you
You
taking
can come
off
too.
too?
I'll take it.
Okay. You say go. Quentin Tarantino, Margot Robbie, and Guillermo. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It opens Friday. We'll be back with Keith L. Williams. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. If you want to see all our latest videos, click the subscribe button. And if you don't, click anyway and close your eyes when they come on.